Yo, y'all, what do you do for an adrenaline rush? It's a good question. What do you do for an adrenaline rush? I'll tell y'all what I do. But before I do that, make sure you hit the follow button because when you do, you'll never miss a moment to rewire the way you think. And when I say hit the follow button, y'all, I am speaking to the follow button on my podcast. When you hit that button, you'll get an alert when a brand new one drops. That way, you'll never miss an episode and you'll be on your way to rewiring the way you think. Thank y'all for joining another episode of Fast Forward Mindset Podcast. Today, I will help you rewire the way you think so you can fast forward to a happy and healthy lifestyle. What do you do for an adrenaline rush? Y'all, I feel like I'm one of the safest dudes in the world when it comes to adrenaline rushes, right? Like I won't do anything I feel like that puts my life in danger. And y'all, I feel like I know I need to get better at that because one thing about me, like growing up, one of my things in my whole life was I was always worried that I was going to do something that takes me to my death. And I know some of y'all can relate to that, but it's a really freaky, funny feeling, right? It's like I wouldn't do that like bungee jumping because there's a huge possibility that I might die, right? I don't want to skydive because there's a huge opportunity that I might not make it because my chute might not work. Right. So all these things start going in my mind like, that's a death trap. That's a death trap. That's definitely a death trap. Don't do that. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Right. And that's how I've always been when it comes to like my adrenaline rushes. Y'all, so my question is what do you do for an adrenaline rush? And I'll tell y'all what I do for an adrenaline rush, and it's pretty simple. It's not hard at all. No, I have not jumped out of any planes. No, I have not went bungee jumping. And there's this new thing that they have now. It's not bungee jumping because they no longer, I don't think they put you on the court from what I thought I saw. It's kind of like bungee jumping, but they just throw you off and you actually end up hitting like a trampoline, right? I think that's what I thought I saw. And so it was something like a little freaky like that, which is even freakier to me because what if they get ready to toss you off and they throw you too far or too short and you miss the trampoline bed? See how my mind thinks, y'all? See why I don't do crazy things for adrenaline rushes? Because the first thing I think about is that flight is my death. Not doing that. Because if I do that, I'm gonna die. And so there's all kind of different things you can do in this world for adrenaline rushes. Some of y'all like to cheat on y'all's significant other and y'all spouse because that's adrenaline rush for you. You get a thing out of that, right? Hiding and ducking in cars, hotels, homes, places, planes, trains, automobiles. That's adrenaline to you. And because it gives you an adrenaline rush, you love to do it. With me, that's too much of adrenaline rush. It's not what I like, right? What do you do for an adrenaline rush? Let me tell you what I do. I do one of the safest things you can do for an adrenaline rush. And that's just be active. I go to the gym, play basketball. Somebody want to play pickleball, I play pickleball. Somebody want to play tennis, I play tennis. Somebody want to play kickball, I play kickball. That's my adrenaline rush, y'all. And I know y'all probably thinking like, Coach James, that ain't an adrenaline rush. That's a physical activity. It's my adrenaline rush because it's what drives me. It's what impels me to continue to keep going and stay motivated in life. That's what I love about it because my adrenaline keeps me healthy. It keeps me motivated. It keeps my mindset strong. And some of us just have unhealthy adrenaline rushes. That's really what it comes down to. Your adrenaline rush is unhealthy. One, you can die. Two, it's unsafe. Three, it's dangerous. But some of y'all don't care about that because you only want to feel the need for speed. But anyways, I'm not the judge of you. And I'm definitely not the boss of you. I remember growing up, and we used to go to the park. And those who listen to me didn't know where I grew up at. I grew up on 48th Street in Southern, right across the street from Navitt Park. And I can't remember who it was exactly, but we were at the park having a good old time and just laughing and doing what we do at the park. And it was this girl that told one of the guys, I can't remember who it was exactly, but it was a girl. She told a guy to do something, and he looks at her and he said, "I'm not doing that." And she go, "Why not?" And he says, "Because you're not the boss of me." Man, I tell you, back then, that was the funniest thing that we all heard. Everybody at the park was just laughing and rolling about that one. Because this little dude, he was a little kid too. He was actually younger than the rest of us. But he told the girl, "You're not the boss of me, so I'm not doing that." Right? And so, y'all, I'm not the boss of you. So I can't tell you what type of adrenaline rush to have or to love. However, I will tell you, my adrenaline rush is healthy and safe. But I don't want to sound critical of your adrenaline rush or what rocks your boat side to side. I can only talk about what rocks my boat side to side. And if your adrenaline rush is unhealthy, I really want you to really, really hone in on that and ruminate and think, is it a healthy adrenaline rush or is it unhealthy? Now, let me say this, y'all. Adrenaline rushes don't need to be healthy or unhealthy, right? But I will say this. Adrenaline rush should not be something that maybe kill you. And if it might kill you, because me working out, I can die from working out. I could be on a treadmill just running a marathon on my own little mind, and my leg just freezes up and I fall off the treadmill when I hurt myself. Right? Fall plunge to my death. Or I could be on a treadmill just running, having a good old time, trying to get to my good old 2 miles, and all of a sudden, my heart just stops. Right? I'm not saying that there is, like I said earlier, there's not a healthy and an unhealthy adrenaline rush. However, Coach James is only going to pick an adrenaline rush that gives that renders health, motivation, and a strength builder, confidence builder, muscle builder, however you see it, right? But what is your adrenaline rush? What does it do to you? How does it make you feel? And at the end of the day, does your adrenaline rush brings good things into your life? And I feel like mine does bring great things into my life. I don't feel like me working out, me eating healthy, me playing basketball brings bad things into my life. Now, however, y'all, I will tell you there's been moments where I've gotten hurt playing basketball. I mean, I've sprained my ankle. I've hurt my back a couple times. I mean, more than a couple times. It got to the point where my wife's like, "I'm not taking care of you no more because every Sunday you get up and you go play basketball and you come home hurt. Now I got to be your nurse." And she finally got tired. I was like, "Enough is enough." And I was like, "You're right. Enough is enough. You don't need to take care of me, but I'm going to keep playing." I'm gonna have to call Nurse Betty. Got her on speed dial. I need a nurse to come take care of me, take off my shoes, put on my socks. I can't do it myself. I'll pay you $20 an hour, right? But I mean, that is probably the extent of me playing basketball, is what probably the worst outcome. But it's still fun to me. It's still an adrenaline rush, especially when I score a basket, especially on a young kid, especially when I lock him up on defense and block his shot. My adrenaline just goes crazy because then in my mind, I still think I'm 20 and I'm not 20. Just got one good play, brother. You got one good play because you blocked the 20-year-old, but you're not 20, right? And so that's what my adrenaline rush is. Another adrenaline rush for me, y'all, is reading books. I like to read a book to figure out what's going to happen. And my adrenaline kind of boils when I get to the high point of it because it feels good. Like the anticipation is like, "Oh, I know this is going to happen. I know this is going to happen." And then the book says this don't happen, right? Or this happened. And I'm like, "See, I knew I was right." Sometimes I'm wrong. But books is an adrenaline rush for me. Again, it's educational. It helps build my IQ. And it also helps gives me more knowledge about the world, about myself, about people. And so that's why books are an adrenaline rush to me. And y'all, again, I'm gonna say it again. Y'all probably like, Coach James, those are the weakest adrenaline rushes I ever heard somebody say. But those are my adrenaline rushes. Please don't judge me, and I won't judge you. Don't knock the fork out of my hand, and I won't knock the chopsticks out of yours. That's just the way I roll, y'all. Like I have limits as to things that I will do that renders fear for myself, right? I'm not a big guy that loves fear, and I feel like adrenaline rushes sometimes it just causes you to be fearful. But some of y'all bite and eat on fear, right? And when you bite and eat on fear, then that adrenaline rush just feels even better because the fear factor comes along with it, right? So that show back in the day, Fear Factor will come on and people will be eating bugs and doing all this weird stuff because people want to know if people gonna do it because of the fear factor. Are you gonna do it for money or not? Are you gonna do it to win or not? And some of the people did it for money. Some of them did it to win, right? But my adrenaline rush is not eating a beetle for $1 million. That just doesn't make me satisfied. It does not. Now, if someone actually bought a beetle to me and said, if you eat this, you get $1 million, I tell you, I will entertain that, right? Like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? $1 million, eat a beetle, I die. Eat a beetle is very disgusting. Eat a beetle and I just vomit everywhere, right? That's probably about as worse as it will get if you eat a beetle for some money. So if you ask me if I would do it, I probably will do it. What do you do for an adrenaline rush? Is it a healthy adrenaline rush? Or is it unhealthy adrenaline rush? Or is it the fear factor that gives you the adrenaline? Is it a romantic adrenaline? Like you love romance that has adrenaline comes along with it. And some of y'all love that because you're an adrenaline junkie. And some of y'all don't know how to cut off being an adrenaline junkie. Every single day, it's an adrenaline rush. You do things that just makes things tougher for you because you like the rush. You just always gotta feel the good feeling. Always gotta feel the rush. Always gotta know the rush is happening today. It's happening tomorrow and the day after that. What do you do for an adrenaline rush? Think on that. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for listening to today's episode. I really, really appreciate it. If you have not hit the follow button, make sure you do so because when you do, you'll never miss a moment to rewire the way you think. Y'all, I'm not hard to find. I'm on IG all day, every day. It's Fast Forward Mindset Podcast. If you're not touching the website, make sure you go check it out. It's www.rewirethewayouthink.com. If you're struggling today with thoughts of suicide, thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else, please don't hesitate to call a suicide prevention hotline at 988. Y'all, if you're willing to support the cause and donate to the podcast, my Cash App information is within the body of the podcast episode description. It's $JEWATKI1. Don't send it to the wrong person. Send me a dollar first, and then I'll let you know, hey, I got the dollar, and then send me the other 10,000. But anyways, y'all, my name is Coach James, and I hope this message helps you rewire the way you think. And as I always say, if your mindset isn't making you money, it's costing you way too much. And that's my 2 cents in there, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for listening to today's episode. And remember, don't rewind your life, fast forward it. Until next time, keep moving forward. Hey, y'all, I'm Coach James. Let me help rewire the way you think. All right, y'all. Peace.